beat the ball.
Jason Hayward leading off for the Cardinals in the bottom of the fourth inning here at Busch Stadium. Hayward single to right his first time up. Middle of the order for the Cardinals. Hayward, Molina, and Grichuk, with the Cubs leading 1-0.
Well, I sure like Hayward in the middle of a lineup as opposed to leading off. You know, he led off a lot trying to play that role for the Braves the last couple seasons because they were so anemic at that.
Up the middle, base hit center field. We chatted between innings with Cardinals manager Mike Matheny. We asked him about the most recent of the 3 double plays turned by the Cardinals.
Well, not conventional. Nice play by Xavier Scruggs and just being heads up and aggressiveness. You know, with I think you're getting to see a little athleticism from like a Colton Wong being able to get back there and make that catch and tag on the run. It's just it's impressive to watch, but it's just heads up baseball.
Mike, what do you see from your pitcher Michael Wacha so far?
Yeah, better. You know, he had a rough one last time out, and we're seeing a little better command with that fastball. Still working into some tough counts, and to me, whenever he can establish the bottom of the zone, it's amazing the tilt he has on his fastball and what that does for chases with the changeup and makes his off-speed stuff just better.
Hey, Mike, you guys have had Roach in trouble a couple different times. How do you break through on him?
Yeah, you know, it's a momentum deal, right? And we had a great opportunity there in the first, and the double play hurt us there, and it seemed like they jumped all over it and then got Michael for that run. But, you know, it's just a matter of getting those opportunities and not waste them. It's happened a lot to us lately, the situational hitting. We got to be better at it.
Thanks, Mike. Good luck. Guys. Cardinals have won 4 straight, 3-2 win in 10 innings last night. Hit and run, and it's a base hit into right center. Hayward around third. Ball rolls to the wall. Hayward scores. We are tied at 1.
Well, that's how you get an offense going. You've got Jason Hayward, who we just talked about. He can lead off. He can do a lot of things for you. I like him in the middle of the order, but he doesn't clog the bases. And the way they were playing Molina, over-shifting to left field, I had a sense he might try to shoot a ball that way. I wasn't clearly anticipating hit and run. But that was a nice piece of hitting, and they jump-started the offense. Got it going.
RBI number 25 for Molina, who breaks out of an 0 for 8. So the Cardinals have tied the game at 1 as Grichuk steps in. Walked his first time up back in the second inning. First pitch from Roach in for a called strike, 0-1.
Interesting.
Popped into shallow left center. Catch is made by the center fielder Fowler for out number 1.
Yeah, I want to go back to that first pitch to Molina's at bat. Joe Madden likes to run pitch outs this way. You see the catcher set up in the outside box. It's not a true pitch out, but that's a pitch out all the way. Why? You have a sinker ball pitcher on the mound and a hitter who is a double play waiting to happen. So what do? You start the runner. Joe Madden knows that. Pure hit and run situation. Tries to steal something right there with Rizzo covering at first base. Next pitch, now Mike Matheny says, checkmate, I got you on the hit and run. Nice job by both managers. Better job by Matheny with the result.
Travis Wood up in the Cubs pen. Center field, it drops in front of Fowler. Heading home is Molina. Cardinals lead 2-1.
Boy, that's a heck of a read by Yachty. Before the play, you turn around, you see where the outfielders are playing, and you read the ball off the bat. That crack of the bat, he's off and going. He's fortunate Dexter Fowler doesn't catch this ball, but that's a great read. Watch this right here. This is a bullet. As soon as it's hit, he's off and running. He doesn't even look. And the reason he's not worried about it, once he looked over his shoulder, he's too late by then. But off the crack of the bat is because he did his preparation work before the pitch. He knew where he was standing in the outfield before the pitch was thrown. And once it's hit, you memorize that in your mind, you break, you go.
Scruggs back in at first. Xavier Scruggs in his 6th game with the Cardinals this season has now driven in 4 runs. Scruggs out of UNLV, driving in the run against the Las Vegas native, Don Roach.
Look at you. Look at you just tying things together. I like that. All right, Karen, I see you. I see you working.
And now Borges bounces one foul.
Vegas has become a baseball hotbed.
Sure has.
Roach not only played with Bryce Harper in junior college, he played with Joey Gallo in high school and played against Chris Bryant in high school. A lot of talent coming out of that area.
Bishop Gorman High School. Don Roach, Joey Gallo, and DeMarco Murray, the former Dallas Cowboy, now Philadelphia Eagle running back.
I thought you were going to say, and Snoop Dogg's son went there. Just saying. Yeah. It's a Bruin.
No, but Snoop Dogg attended the same high school as Chase Utley and Cameron Diaz. Pulled that one out of the
Yes, you did.
back of the brain somewhere. Base it up the middle for Borges. Fourth hit of the inning for the Cardinals.
Well, they wanted to jumpstart the offense. One of the things you do is you capitalize on the fastball. All their base hits are coming off fastballs. We talked about how aggressive the Cubs were with Michael Wacha's fastball. We've seen the same thing now with the Cardinals. The hit and run with Yachty, the base hit by Scruggs, the ability right there with Borges' fastball back up the middle. So, Tom, you're right. Sinker ball pitcher, make him get it up, but you also have to know, I got a fastball coming. I'm going to make that adjustment. So they've jump-started the offense.
An interesting play right here. Again, how do you play this? Defend the bunt. Might be tough to get Scruggs to third base on a bunt with the force in order. And look where Anthony Rizzo is playing right here at first base.
Yeah, you got to swing right here and try to shoot that ball that way. But if you bunt the ball, you're bunting to third. That's just where you bunt. Regardless, if you bunt to third, he's got to come get the ball. Now, Rizzo will try to sprint and go that way. That's why he's kind of positioned himself moving. But if you bunt it hard enough, you bunt it to third base, and you got no play anywhere.
Now that's Keith Hernandez style right there. Rizzo really not defending the right side, more so the middle and the left side of the diamond, knowing that Walker wants to get it to the left side.
And you almost bunt it down the first base line on the chalk. He's going to be sprinting towards third base. You might sneak it by him.
Walker swinging away. First and second, only one out. 2 runs in for the Cardinals here in the fourth.
You don't see this in the American League because with 1 out in the American League, first and second, you're not bunting. You know, so this is that pitcher, a little extra element. You're seeing where's the defense going to be. Is he going to bunt? Is he going to swing? These are things you see in a National League game you don't see.
Now the throw to second, and Scruggs gets back in.
You know why you see base runners get caught on that so much? It is hard to be able to get that back.
Watch Rizzo. He comes so far across, he has to duck. 2 guys ducking to get out of the way of that throw to second.
Well, and the catcher's saying, hey, I got an interference call on this thing too. Watch, he steps in front of him. He actually interferes. He probably could have got that call.
Now the 1-2 to Walker.
And if you want a designated hitter in both leagues, all these things we talked about go away.
Well, that, and I think also the use of the bench goes away quite a bit. That's why you can see so many bullpens loaded up in the American League, because you don't have to have the extra man.
Off the glove of Roach. Everybody's safe. Bases loaded.
Well, and that's knowing where your defenders are, and it's hard. I know it's a natural reaction for any pitcher, a ball hit at you, to go ahead and catch this ball, put a glove there. But look where Castro's playing right now. This ball's hit right at him. That's a double play ball. So you got to know, and they've moved around now with the bunt 4 different times with guys on the field with every pitch because of where they're trying to defend. So maybe he wasn't sure exactly where the shortstop was at. But that's a ball. If you let it go, he's standing right there.
So that will be all for Don Roach. Molina drove in Hayward to tie the game, and then it was Scruggs driving home Molina. 2-1 Cardinals, bases loaded. Travis Wood comes in from the pen.
If you know Morse code and don't drive a Dodge, you'd be pretty offended right now.
The perfect beer for literally dropping the beat. What is that?
Rated M for mature.
Xbox One, now $349.
There's a drive to deep center field, and this could be the ball game. He's going back.
T-Mobile's network has more data capacity per customer than Verizon and AT&T. It's the network that's data strong all season long. Switch now and get a free subscription to MLB.com at-bat premium, only at T-Mobile.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
28-year-old left-hander Travis Wood out of the Cubs pen, facing Colton Wong with the bases loaded. 20th appearance for Wood this season, on a relief of Don Roach, knocked out after 3 1/3 in his second major league start, his first as a Cub. Roach allowed 8 hits, 2 runs to this point, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, responsible for all 3 base runners.
3 ground ball singles in that inning. Life of a single ball pitcher.
And as Harold astutely pointed out on that last hit against Roach, if he doesn't get a glove on it, inning probably comes to an end on a double play.
Well, he's probably thinking he should make that play too. He got a good enough finish, athletic enough, where he feels like he should have turned it as well. 2 chances to get 2.
If you want to look at the change of the Cubs, I look at Wood. You know, here's a guy who was a starter, actually had some pretty good, couple good seasons, and now he's been relegated to bullpen, but as a weapon, not just, oh, you can't pitch, but this is how Joe Madden likes to use guys, and he's been one of the guys he really goes to in a situation like this. He can use him here, he can use him late, he can use him as a hitter. There's a lot of things he can do with him.
An all-star 2 seasons ago. He strikes out Wong for out number 2.
Extreme crossfire delivery. Keeps that shoulder closed. Tough on a left-hander. It's coming in at 85, a cutter. Wong just can't get it.
Well, he's a lot more aggressive out of the bullpen. When he was starting, he was trying to conserve pitches, didn't throw quite as hard. He would nibble a lot more. You saw right there the difference. He went right after Colton Wong. See if he does that to Carpenter.
Carpenter 8 for 33 against Wood. 2 of the 8 hits, home runs.
And immediately comes with a nice little slow curveball. I'm not coming after you.
Bases loaded with 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. 2 runs in the inning on 5 hits for the Cardinals. Scruggs, Borges, Waka. One and one. Johnny Peralta on deck. Should Carpenter reach? Low and away, 2-1. There's Don Roach, responsible for all 3 Cardinal base runners. Two and two.
That's one of those right there. Carpenter takes a gamble. Watch how big this swing is. He's going to take a shot real quick, try to shoot one in the gap or over the wall. Now he'll get back to that conventional shooting the ball around the ballpark swing.
Well, one of the best 2-strike hitters in all of baseball. This year he's actually down a little bit, 255. Might not sound great. The average hitter is $170 with 2 strikes.
And that's why 2-1 he could take that gamble. You know, he felt like, hey, here's an opportunity to break this game all the way open. He's confident enough in his ability. He's still going to be able to put the ball in play. Not just put it in play, but get a hit with 2 strikes.
And you know how important this pitch is. Montero wants to go out there, talk about this pitch. Probably don't want to go back to that same fastball, same location. And getting the ball in on Matt Carpenter, if you think about running it in on him, not easily done.
2-2 from Wood, and Carpenter fouls it back.
See, I always find it interesting when a guy like Wood, who's pitched a lot of innings, goes to the bullpen. Because now it's not like it's a guy they haven't seen before. Had a lot of battles against the Cardinals, and they've had a lot of at-bats off him.
Carpenter with a base hit into right field. Scruggs scores. Here comes Borges. Cardinals lead 4-1.
Well, what he did was he won that at bat with the foul ball. A good fastball away. I said it's tough to get the ball in on him. He's going to try to sneak the cutter in on Carpenter. No dice. Just covers the inside of the plate so well. 2 strikes, 1 strike, no strikes, doesn't matter. What a pure hitter, Matt Carpenter.
I just go back to, this is a guy that knows I've got good numbers against him and I see him well. You don't take that big hack 2-1, maybe try to hit a ball at the ballpark. If you don't know, he's not going to strike me out. I can still get a hit with 2 strikes.
RBIs number 35 and 36 on the year for Matt Carpenter. Cardinals with 4 runs on 6 hits here in the 4th.
You might think that was a late swing by Peralta, but I really think he was shooting for that hole over there on the right side. You've got Addison Russell playing right behind second base. The whole right side of the infield is there for the taking.
Broken bat down the right field line, foul.
I mean, it's all right there.
Well, they're playing that way because typically Johnny Peralta hits as if that's foul territory, the right side of second base. He tries to catch everything out in front of him, as we saw in the first inning, and hook it to left field.
And now you got a runner at third base. You got the first baseman holding. Look at the second base. The whole right side of the field is his to play with.
And he's going fastball away.
Peralta, the 9th Cardinal to come to the plate this inning. And guys, I know there's been a bit of a debate the last few weeks as to whether a team bats around when they send 9 hitters to the plate in an inning or 10. Which one is it?
For me, it's 10. It's got to go all the way around.
See, I always thought it was 9.
I think it's 9. Everybody hitting that inning.
Well, if you go around the world, say you start in New York, you got to wind up in New York, right?
Put one toe in
That's
it.
not all the way around.
Put one toe in New York. They got one toe in
Okay, so you got all the way around, back to where you started.
All right, so we have 2 9s and 1 10. Ken Rosenthal, are we tied or will it be 3-1?
Way to come in strong, Kenny.
I'm ambivalent on this one. It's a silly argument.
Ken, I'm glad you got off your keister. Just saying.
Hey, Harold, I'm ready to get off at any time.
K-E-I-S-T-E-R.
Just 2 Winfield mentions and 2 keisters. We'll have to ask our statistician, Marty Aronoff. You've seen more Major League games than all of us combined. What year did you see your first game, Marty? First Major League game? 1951.
Wow. He's seen him bat around a few times.
Marty says 9. He's with us, Harold.
All right.
Left field, it's Coughlin.
We'll continue the debate.
Cardinals score 4 in the inning. Did they bat around or did they not?
No. We need the Supreme Court.
They batted around. We'll be back.